Of all the sharks in the marine world, there's no shark more unique and odd-looking than the scalloped hammerhead. Due to overfishing, hammerheads are only found in small numbers in the Coral Sea. His distinctive T-shaped head gives the appearance of a hammer. This young male looks for his next meal. He'll eat most fish, including other sharks, squid and octopus, with stingray one of his favorite dishes. There's no shortage of food here in the Coral Sea. Young hammerheads are found close to shore, whereas adults prefer the deeper water along the outer edge of the reef. Sometimes they swim in large schools, and sometimes on their own. Spotting a stingray, he gives chase. Eyes mounted on the sides of his head give him a 360-degree view of his prey. The T-shaped head also allows him to dig for rays buried in the sand. Fortunately for this stingray, he proves to be too big for the ambitious hammerhead and lives to tell another tale. Nightfall on the Coral Sea summons a very strange and mysterious creature. Appearing out of the darkness, this bioluminescent fish is one of the reef's most intriguing characters. He's the flashlight fish, with a remarkable ability to glow in the dark. Two torch-like organs located under each eye contain bioluminescent bacteria, which the fish can turn off and on at the blink of an eye. Using his glow light, he can detect and attract prey. He lives in caves and crevasses along the edge of the reef and only comes out at night to feed on plankton and small fish. By turning the light off, he can also hide from predators, allowing him to disappear into the darkness. It's also believed they use the lights to communicate with one another. A miracle of nature, the flashlight fish is one of the most unique creatures living on the Great Barrier Reef. If there's one creature in the Coral Sea that can be considered the master of disguise, then it has to be the octopus. With an incredible ability to mimic his environment, he's the ultimate showman with a big bag of tricks. He loves coral reefs, where there's no shortage of places to hide. He can also change his shape and squeeze into the smallest gaps. With sophisticated skin cells, he can change color and shape to blend in with the background. He uses this amazing camouflage technique to hunt and also as a defense mechanism to avoid detection. One minute, he's a piece of coral hanging from a ledge. The next, he appears like magic out of nowhere. Highly intelligent animals, he's the ultimate magician and perfectly adapted to a life of disguise on the Great Barrier Reef. The most common shark found in the Coral Sea is the reef shark, which includes the black tip, white tip, and grey reef sharks. They are found in shallow water near steep drop-offs on the outer edge of the reef. Unlike some of their bigger relatives, reef sharks are generally smaller in size, with most individuals less than 2 meters long. Reef sharks are also social in nature. During the day, they'll swim in groups of up to 20 individuals, with different species happy to coexist. Reef sharks have an extremely small home range of just a few kilometers and are content to stay in the same section of reef, sometimes for years at a time. Integral to the well-being and balance of the ecosystem, a large population of reef sharks is generally a good reflection of a healthy reef. With an alien-like head and sharp teeth, the moray eel is an imposing figure. This eel lives on the outer reef of the Coral Sea, where he shelters during the day in a rock crevice. He's at home skulking his way through the maze of coral, where he spends most of his time safe from predators. There are over 200 known species of moray eel. He's the giant moray, and the largest of them all, growing up to 3 meters long. The constant gaping of the mouth may look sinister, but he's simply drawing water through his gills. Highly territorial, he'll enforce his patch of turf for up to 1 kilometer. Targeting mainly small fish, he'll occasionally eat small octopus, squid, and cuttlefish. 2 sets of powerful jaws allow him to devour the fish whole. Morays don't see too well, and they rely on their heightened sense of smell to detect prey. And he keeps a close eye on this curious shark. With sharp teeth and a bad temper, he's got an attitude to match his menacing looks. Like an alien spaceship drifting through space, the broad club cuttlefish swims with a gentle wave-like movement from her side fins. With the use of sophisticated skin cells, she has a remarkable ability to change her color to blend in with her reef environment. She uses this extraordinary gift to hide from predators. When hunting small crustaceans or fish, she produces a rhythmic pulsation of darkened bars that travel the length of her body, which are thought to mesmerize her prey. Her eyes are amongst the most developed in the animal kingdom, allowing her to see what's in front and behind. With her prey in sight, she extends her 2 long tentacles and prepares to strike. This cuttlefish targets a helpless crab with ruthless efficiency. Powerful suckers located on the tips of the tentacles allow her to secure the crab, and he's quickly immersed. The long, fast-moving tentacle is a powerful weapon, with this small fish next on the menu. Mysterious and highly intelligent, the cuttlefish has the largest brain-to-body mass ratio of any invertebrate living in the Coral Sea. One of the most recognized fish living in the Coral Sea is the clownfish. Easily identified by their bright coloring, they're highly social and live in groups of 3 or 4, led by one dominant female. Common across the reef, they live in anemones in shallow water. The anemone anchors itself to the sea floor and uses its tentacles to attract food. Like many creatures living on the reef, the 2 species share a symbiotic relationship. The anemone's tentacles have stinging cells that release a toxin when brushed. The clownfish has an immunity to the venom and is a welcome guest. Nestled among the tentacles, free from predators and swaying in the current, it's the perfect home. It's a productive relationship that works both ways. While the anemone provides protection for the clownfish returns the favor, protecting the anemone from butterfly fish that graze on the tentacles. Before spawning, the male prepares a nest by clearing a spot on bare rock. With the anemone providing protection for the clownfish eggs. She can lay hundreds of eggs at a time. After the eggs are laid, the male will fertilize them. The male does most of the egg sitting, and like any doting parent, he takes good care of them, fanning them, and occasionally eating any eggs that are damaged. 10 to 12 days later, the eggs begin to hatch after sunset. They start their delicate life transparent, but as they mature, they start to gain color. As juveniles, the young will settle to the bottom of the reef to search for another host anemone. And so this remarkable reciprocal relationship will begin all over again. While in the protected warm waters of the Coral Sea, many of the humpback mothers give birth. A female humpback has a baby every 2 to 3 years, and she carries her young for a gestation period of about 12 months. With more whales turning up to the Great Barrier Reef every year, newborn calves are at a record high. Each winter, the reef teems with newborn whale activity. The playful newborns are between 3 and 5 meters long, weighing up to 900 kilograms. Feeding on mum's milk, a calf will stay on the reef for up to 4 months to fatten up. With mother's milk up to 50% fat, the hungry calves will drink up to 600 liters a day. The Great Barrier Reef is the perfect nursery, allowing the calf to build up body fat for insulation, so it can survive the 5,000-kilometer return journey back to the icy seas of Antarctica. He'll stay with mum for up to a year before becoming independent. He'll double his length in the first year and will keep growing until he's 10 years old. The bond between mother and calf is incredibly strong. Vulnerable and innocent, he just wants to play and explore. Protective and nurturing, she's a doting mum, with the calf never far from her side. It's during the first year where he's most vulnerable to attack by killer whales or sharks, and Mum's always on guard. Captivating and enchanting, their interaction is magical and loving. Mother and calf will stay, play, and feed here in the Coral Sea until early spring, before heading south to the cooler Southern Ocean. Beautiful and graceful, these gentle giants are one of the Coral Sea's most welcome visitors. With a growing number of whales making the annual pilgrimage north and an ever-expanding nursery, the future for these majestic creatures here on the Coral Sea has never looked brighter. Wild, magical, and so precious. This is the Great Barrier Reef, a living treasure.